What do a small town in North Carolina, the Great Depression, and the hardware giant you know today have in common? The answer will surprise you. It all began in 1921 in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Lucius Smith Lowe opened a hardware store. It wasn't a fancy place, but it had a little bit of everything: tools, household items, even some groceries. Lucius was a hard-working man, but he soon realized he needed help. That's where Carl Buchan comes in. Buchan married Lucius's daughter, Ruth, and quickly became involved in the family business. Lucius, seeing Carl's potential, made him a partner in 1940. The store was renamed L.S. Lowe's. But the story of Lowe's is not without drama. Lucius had a vision: to remain a small, local hardware store. Carl, on the other hand, saw Lowe's as something much bigger. He wanted to expand, offer more products, and reach more customers. The tension between father-in-law and son-in-law grew. Finally, in 1943, Lucius sold his share to Carl. It was a decisive moment. Carl Buchan now had full control and was ready to take Lowe's in a new direction. Times were tough. World War II was in full swing and materials were scarce. But Carl was resourceful. He found ways to get lumber and other supplies, even buying directly from suppliers. After the war, the United States experienced a construction boom. People wanted new homes, and Lowe's was there to provide them with the materials. Carl Buchan saw a golden opportunity. In 1946, Lowe's opened its second store in Sparta, North Carolina. It was no longer just a local hardware store, it was the beginning of a chain. Carl was determined to revolutionize the industry. His idea was simple but innovative: to offer a wide variety of products at low prices. He wanted Lowe's to be the one-stop destination for all home improvement needs. But the road was not easy. Carl faced resistance from suppliers, who were not used to selling directly to retailers. He also had to convince customers that Lowe's was the place to shop. A crucial moment came with the introduction of self-service. Before, customers had to ask an employee to bring them the products. Carl eliminated that barrier, allowing customers to browse and choose what they needed for themselves. It was a resounding success. People loved the freedom and convenience of shopping at Lowe's. Sales soared, and the chain began to expand rapidly throughout the Southeast. But tragedy struck in 1960. Carl Buchan died suddenly of a heart attack at the age of 44. It was a devastating blow to Lowe's. Many wondered if the company could survive without its visionary leader. However, the seed that Carl had planted was strong. His successors continued his vision, expanding Lowe's nationwide. By the 1980s, the company was already one of the largest hardware chains in the United States. And this is where the story gets even more interesting, because with success came myths. One of the most persistent rumors about Lowe's has to do with its logo. Have you ever wondered why it's blue and has a gabled roof? The legend says that the original Lowe's logo was red and had a different design. But after Carl Buchan's death, the company decided to change it in his honor. The blue, according to the myth, was Carl's favorite color. And the gabled roof represented his passion for construction and home improvement. Although it's a heartwarming story, there's no evidence to support it. In fact, the blue logo and gabled roof were introduced long after Carl Buchan's death. But the myth persists. Why? Because people want to believe in stories that give a human touch to large corporations. They want to feel that there is an emotional connection behind the brand. Today, Lowe's is a giant in the home improvement industry, with thousands of stores throughout the United States and Canada. The company has evolved a lot since its humble beginnings in North Wilkesboro. It has embraced technology, offering online shopping and installation services. It has expanded its range of products, including appliances, patio furniture, and even home decor. But at its core, Lowe's remains the same company that Carl Buchan envisioned. A place where people can find everything they need to make their house a home. Lowe's has adapted to the times, but it has also maintained its focus on the customer. And perhaps, in that balance between innovation and tradition, lies its true success. Because sometimes, behind a simple logo, there is a whole story that few know. And sometimes, myths are as important as facts. Did you enjoy this story? Don't forget to subscribe to Myths and Brands to discover more secrets behind your favorite brands. And tell us in the comments what other brand you would like us to investigate.